Nice, will you shut up for a minute? We gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Welcome back, roulette enthusiasts, and to those new people stopping by for the first time, hey, welcome to you guys too. For those new people, I'm going to go ahead and put a link right up there, and it's going to give you a better idea of what I'm doing here. Excuse me, and if you watch the other videos, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about chasing the patterns of the board, and that's how I kind of think that you can possibly exploit these tables just like a lot of the other famous people have by looking at nooks and crannies. You can, with this strategy, go ahead and exploit the board. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down and check the series, or check the one that I want to only play one line in. And right now I see it to be the lower 1 to 4 line. It's patterning really nicely and everything else is going to get a bet. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and keep things quiet. This time around, I just kind of woke up, and because of that, I don't have many words. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and tackle this first line. I'm going to call that a fluke. I'm going to wait just one more roll to see if it possibly could be shifting. And I always do that after I get a loss in the low sections. Just sit back a little bit to see if it is kind of making that shift. Because it will make that shift from the high numbers to middle numbers to eventually the lower numbers. But in my play, I found that the second 12 and the third 12 generally come in more often than the lower numbers. Why? I have no idea, but that's kind of how it plays out. So when you are searching out for a table, I want you to keep in mind to look for the patterns, of course, as that's pretty much the whole premise of what I'm doing here. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to take that lower 12 or that first 12 and figuring out which numbers frequent the most to try to find an edge above that 50% coverage, and it happens again. See, I want to give you an explanation here is I've continuously been knocked offline whenever they see that I am playing the 5 lines. This is probably the 5th time over the past 2 days. I'm using a VPN, virtual private network, that pretty much they can identify me with, I'm sure. But again, that's been about the 5th time that I've been kicked off doing the 5 lines. So I don't know how that happens or what happens here, but I'm going to go ahead and try it again. But every time I lay out those bets, it goes click, disconnected. So that's kind of the barrier that I'm up against. I am sure there are dealers out there, possibly on this site, that have perhaps watched my channels and are onto what's going on here, but they're getting closer and closer to that 0 too. And I believe there's a possibility there might be some sort of magnet in this. I don't know. It's kind of speculation, but let's see if I can get these up, and let's see if I'll be disconnected once again. And I'm sure they could do it on the server end by... But I bounce around on my VPN. I can go to any country, and I suggest to everybody... See, there it goes again. So, that could be what we're up against. This is, again, now the 6th time. So, I don't know. It's kind of what I've been up against. And I'm going to try to overcome that somehow. But 6 times in a row. So anyway, let's go ahead and keep that in mind. If you guys have had the similar problems with this, let's go ahead and please go ahead and comment below. But it seems to be a continuing problem, and I just figured I'd share it with you guys. But I was hoping to get a good session in, but it didn't quite work out, as you've seen. So anyway, once again, if you have seen this happen with you, please go ahead and comment below. If you're new, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm hoping to go ahead and to get over this hurdle, but in the meantime, it just is what it is, and I'll try to find a workaround. Anyway, with that in mind, you guys have a good day, a better tomorrow, and choke-de-cop, which means best of luck to you.